started studying for recon yet?
When is it?
I think it's next Tuesday.
Okay, so I'll start Tuesday morning.
Yeah, that's probably enough time.
Yeah.
Do you get that lag effect thing? I don't really understand that.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you said that. Cole just sent me this video that, let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, there we go. He just sent it. It's pretty good. Let's see, I'll show it to you.
We have a fibula, a broken fibula. Once we have reduced the fracture, we can use a lag screw to compress the two fragments together. A glide hole is drilled first. The glide hole should be perpendicular to the fracture and should be just wider than the threads of the screw. This is so that the screw glides through the first cortex without biting into it. A drill sleeve is inserted into the glide hole and directs a smaller drill bit to drill a pilot hole. The pilot hole is the same diameter as the screw. The screw is then introduced into the hole. It will glide through the glide hole in the first cortex before engaging the pilot hole in the second cortex. The screw bites into the second cortex, pulling it up. The head of the screw presses against the first cortex, pushing it down. This compresses the two fragments together.
Okay, I think I get it now. Who even thought of that anyway?
I think it was like some Swiss dudes in the 50s.
Huh.
Somewhere in Switzerland, 1958, history is about to be made.
Here we are observing the typical Swiss skier.
Slala baby, slala baby, slala baby, slala baby.
Chin spin.
Back at the lodge.
We've lost another one to a horrific Swiss skiing accident. What in Federer's name should we do? Roger.
We have tried the plates, we have tried the pins, and we have tried the screws, and nothing has worked.
What have you tried?
Well, I tried copious amounts of cheese.
Was it Swiss?
Oh, of course.
Did you try the hot chocolate?
Oh, yes, I've tried that.
Did you use the finest Swiss miss?
Yes. Which reminds me, I need more hot chocolate. I need to think. Danke.
5 hours later.
Oh, this is Swiss.
Which bone is fractured?
I believe it is the tibia.
The tibia. What if we take a frozen water bottle and roll it under the foot?
No, that won't work. But what if we hold the foot in Swiss neutral? Neutral in every war since 1855.
But I don't think that will work. You know, I've heard of a small monkey in the Caribbean that has been trained to climb up banana trees and harvest the fruit.
Really? Where did you learn that?
University.
That is really cool. But what does it have to do with fixing any bones?
Do you have a better idea, Martin One-Shot Allgauer?
Oh, do I have a better idea? Of course I do. What if there was a technique, can you scoot back? Thank you very much. What if a technique was used to create adequate interfragmentary compression to maximize primary bone healing, where a gliding hole is first created in the proximal fracture fragment, and a thread hole is created in the distal fracture fragment, which is then pierced with a screw of the correct length, whose head is countersunk beforehand in a plane perpendicular to the fracture plane, thereby generating a compressive force that is balanced with the screw. I call it the lag effect.
I love it!
Great.
Sehr gut!
A few moments later.
Here we find our Swiss skier, alone and hurt.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. H-U-R-T. It hurts. Wasn't it the other leg that was broken? Ah, it hurts. Oh, no, we need to get him to the OR. Get him to the chopper now. Get him to the chopper. H-U-R-T. It hurts.
We will fix him.
Here we have our Swiss skier in the operating room for the first ever usage of the lag screw and the lag effect.
Bone cutters. I need to take the leg.
Wait, we can save the leg.
Sterile. Ah, the lag effect. Scalpel, please. Okay, we are ready for the cortical screw. Thank you. And now I need a screwdriver. That's good.
It is great. The lag effect really works. We are going to make so much money. The insurance companies will be very pleased with us.
Yeah, talk about rolling into Swiss francs.
But what should we call ourselves? I'm thinking something to get our society across to the people.
Yes.
What about the Fracture Management Group?
Ah, it's too stupid. You know, it sounds something like the Fighting Irish would come up with, or something like that. I have a much better idea. We call ourselves the Bone Neutralization Reduction Society, BNRS, or Boners for short.
No. What about the Friendly Fracture Fixers?
It still doesn't get our point across. We need something simple, something that everyone can read and understand, something that tells people what we are focused on. Like Arbeitsgemeinschaft für osteosynthesis Fragen.
I love it.
No Swiss were harmed in the making of this film.